In a world of reboots, remakes, and cinematic disasters, two dudes with no clue dare to ask, what the hell were they thinking? Popcorn ready, brains off, no film school, and no mercy. This is No Clue Movie Reviews.
What is up, and welcome to the No Clue Movie Review. I'm your host, Jay, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, the man, the beard, the ego, Malcolm.
Speaking of ego, let's talk about the one with the biggest one of all.
Well, today we are going to be breaking down the 1988 movie, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. It is directed by Jim Blashfield, Colin Chilvers, and Jerry Kramer, and is written and starring Michael Jackson. But we also get Joe Pesci as a drug lord, so that's fun, right?
It's fun, and it's before he went big. The next year he did Lethal Weapon 2.
All right. Well, before we get started with this one, what is your history with this movie?
All right. Well, in my super young days, I used to attend a daycare that was ran by nothing but mullet-wearing lesbians.
Okay.
This was one of the few tapes I had to be force-fed every day.
All right. Well, that sounds terrifying, actually.
Yes.
Me, I have actually never seen the movie.
Mhm.
Working at Blockbuster for the 7+ years that I did, I knew the movie existed, but I always thought it was like a concert. You know, I don't know why, but I thought it was just, a concert series or, whatever. You suggested doing this. You just said Moonwalker. I didn't put it
Yeah.
together that this is what you were talking about. I didn't know what we were doing. So when I turned it on and I saw Michael Jackson, I was like,
Wait,
I had to
up
text you.
until you hit play, you didn't know?
Yes, I didn't know what I was getting into.
Now, I knew when I said, hey, Moonwalker, you were like, all right, put it on the list. I didn't realize what I was getting you into.
I didn't know what Hollowheads was either, dude, so I was just going along with you.
All right.
But I'll be honest, man, I wanted to kill you for about the first 20 minutes of this movie.
I wanted to kill myself every time as a child when I had to watch the first 20 minutes of this movie.
So the first 20 minutes of the movie is basically what I thought this was. I thought it was just a concert. I thought that's all we were going to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here going, oh my God, Malcolm, I fucking hate you so much right now. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Michael Jackson music.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want it, I'll just turn it on Spotify or something, man.
The first 20 minutes was added by Michael Jackson because originally this was supposed to be just like they did Thriller, where it's the music video and the behind of. It was supposed to be, well, kind of. It was supposed to be a tiny little 20-minute story with Smooth Criminal in there. And that was it. It was supposed to be just a long-form Smooth Criminal music video. That's all it was sanctioned for. And then Michael just kept adding everything. And he paid for it with his money.
Well, just on the first 20 minutes of the movie, there was one thing I got a kick out of.
Yeah.
Well, watching all the women, fainting, seeing Michael, it made me think of those fainting goat videos. So I went and watched a few of those. Always enjoyable. But yeah, 20 minutes in, all we have is the singing, the music. And then we finally get what I think is about to be acting, and then we get some more music, and it's just a bad music video. But it's all little kids in it.
Oh, when they recreated what is it? Who's Bad? Or Beat It? Yeah, it's Who's Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm real surprised that it wasn't a little white girl that played Michael. It was strange. but also I can't tell if this is supposed to have an overarching storyline or not, because I keep trying to make a storyline, especially since the kid that played Michael in the Who's Bad is one of the homeless kids we see later.
Yeah, I caught that too, and I could not figure out, but I don't think there is an overarching story here because they are listed as two different stories in the credits, and I don't get how they could be related, but they might be. Maybe I have more of a clue out there.
It could have, and that'll be my wrap up. There's a way to make this all tie together.
Okay. Well, so the bad music video is going on, and like I said, it's all little kids and doing the exact video. Some of them
Mhm.
dancing very badly. Look like a kid's play. If you ever go see a kid's Christmas play at school in elementary,
Yeah.
kind of what it looked like. He comes out, or the little kid goes to walk out of the building and
What's with all the smoke? Movie stuff, sir.
turns into Michael Jackson, and there's a tour going on outside.
Yes.
This got weird quick.
Mhm.
So
yeah, the weird big head, then switched to clay animation, switched to more clay animation to Fever Dream.
yeah, the characters that I'm seeing on there, you had the big head kid and his mom. There's paparazzi that are all clay, but it all reminded me, looked a lot like Clay Fighter from the 64. You remember that?
Yes.
That's about how good the
And
graphics were here.
yeah, and it was interesting. You wanted me to point out because there's an interesting cameo. We get the Noid. There's a reason why. The creator of the Noid is the same creator of the California Raisins, and he did all these claymations too. It's just his style. So that's just his character. And possibly there's a Domino's product placement put in there too.
Yeah.
Interesting note, PJs. You remember PJs?
No.
The claymation late
Oh
90s.
yeah, the PJs, the Eddie Murphy.
Projects. Yes.
Yeah.
Same claymation guy, hence why now you can kind of see the similar style.
What was that? What was that show on MTV? Celebrity Deathmatch. Did they have anything to do with that?
Ooh, I don't know of that one.
Okay.
They may have been inspired up because they kind of look a little junkier because that was like half-ass trying to make quick 30-minute shows.
Yeah, I got you. Well, not that the clay looked great on here. Some of the characters did. Some of the, like, I want to say some of the effects they tried to do to make it look like clay, like the dog coming out of the mountain look. And
yeah, all the composites are real bad because this is just before we went digital. So yeah, the chemical compositing of film back then was still spotty. So yeah, you could always tell when something was put physically on top of film and it never did light up right.
So the creepiest characters I want to say during this whole scene, like I loved the Noid. When I saw him, I paused like, oh my God, the fucking Noid. And my first instinct was to tell you, get that clip. And all I said was get the Noid, and you knew exactly what I was talking about. The wife had no idea what the fuck the Noid was.
That irritates me. That
annoyed me.
Angry.
But Jackson's running from this entire tour bus that got off that started chasing him, and he turns down a dark alley where a Statue of Liberty like starts talking to him out of nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't even catch what it's. It did like a play on words of "Home of the Free," something of the brave. Its slogan.
Land of the free. Home of the weird.
Yeah, something like that. And then you had
something, but it looked creepy. It got creepier the more it talked.
And then it went right back to being just a statue. And you got,
and of course, Michael smiles and kind of laughs like he's breaking character. But he wouldn't have even seen the claymation. So what is he cracking up about?
Well, it's like, SNL in the, early 90s when everybody kept breaking constantly, or is that late 90s? When it started to get real bad.
It started in the 90s. It's worse in the early 2000s. Jimmy Fallon.
But yeah, it's just like he can't keep it together. But if it's intentional for him to laugh every 5 seconds at what's going on, I don't know. Weird choice. But while he's hiding behind the Statue of Liberty, you get like, is this supposed to be Tweedledee and Tweedledum on the motorcycles?
I got a little bit of that. There was a little bit of a Goofy.
How about an autograph? Would you autograph my tummy?
I'm also thinking that you ever seen it for the longest time? Guinness Book of Records would always have these two fat twins on motorbikes.
Oh yeah, yep, I remember them.
I'm getting that vibe, and it's almost like he's making fun of his own fans. Also,
why are some people animated and some people real?
Why was this made? I don't think you should stare into the abyss that far. but Michael doesn't even drink. He doesn't do anything like that.
Well, He goes running from these guys, and I guess the rest of the tour caught up to it. But he runs on to the set of a Western that's being filmed, and everybody there
Oh.
is fucking Clay again.
Mhm.
The dude on the horse was your typical, I guess, villain from like bad cowboy.
Yeah.
I'll show you bad.
Sorry. I gotta.
Maybe he's laughing at the giant head. Maybe that was an outtake. He just looks back and sees the goofy head on the guy's like, I'm back in the trailer. I got a kid on ice.
Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
I always kept saying I wouldn't play 2 until I played the first one.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
he reminds me of one of the main characters, like the leader of your group that you're
Yes.
with.
I
He
have
looks
seen
like
enough
him, sounds
shorts
like him.
and videos. Yeah.
I mean, besides the fact he's got a giant head, you know, is what it is.
Right. But maybe there's giant head mode in the game. Bam, ba-dum, bam, bam.
Possibly. They put it in games all the time in the 90s. I wish they'd go back to doing shit like that. That was always
Oh
fun.
yeah, they did that on Blitz. Yeah.
NBA Jam.
Mm-hmm.
This dude gets mad. Him and I guess the sheriff on the movie start chasing
Yeah.
Michael. So Michael's being chased by them, being chased by the fans, and turns down another corner. And this is where the paparazzi came in. And so he's trapped in an alley between paparazzi and the sheriff and evil cowboy.
Yeah, sure.
He runs into a wardrobe room, or I guess it doesn't be wardrobe, it doesn't even wardrobe room. But he runs in and picks up a costume. This is where it got kind of ridiculous.
Wait, is that supposed to be a knockoff Bugs Bunny?
We want Mike. The stupid rabbit.
I don't know what's going on.
Just-
The
I did-
idea is a
I
Bugs
saw the
Bunny.
rabbit, but I did not think Bugs Bunny at all until just freaking now. I was thinking of, was it the cat that danced with, what's that one chick from the 80s?
We come together 'cause opposites attract.
Oh, Paula Abdul.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that music video, especially what goes on later with this character.
No,
Man, I'm bad with names.
Well, he comes walking out after being
Mm-hmm.
cornered, and he's in a costume, but the costume transformed him into a CGI mess.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Absolutely no CGI in this entire movie.
oh, is it all claymation?
All of it. Well, not all claymation, but none of it's CG. Even way down later in the movie when I thought, okay, this is really good early CG, not CG at all. Somehow all that's practicals, like miniatures and whatnot.
Okay. Well, he goes out, and I guess he kind of steals somebody's steals somebody's
Yeah,
bike.
just yeah.
Yeah, just whatever. Steals a bike, turns it into a motorcycle, and now he's running from a shit ton of people, like including the Fat Twins, or somehow keeping up with him. Now, during this chase scene, there is multiple times he transforms into different characters.
Mm-hmm.
I caught Sylvester Stallone and Pee Wee
Yes,
Herman.
I caught Sylvester Stallone as like just a construction worker.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
even
it-
enough. You almost don't notice it.
And then you get Pee Wee Herman shortly after that. I don't remember
Now,
what the
my
deal was with
only thought was they both had the same manager at this exact time. Don't know why that's enough to say I need a Clay May version. Maybe they were buds. I hope not. That is a terrifying combo. Those two superpowers should not have met.
Well, he stopped running finally, and he took the costume off, sets the costume
yeah.
on the ground, and then the costume came to life.
Sure,
So-
because yeah.
So was he riding around inside of a claymation rabbit the whole time?
It's kind
Or
of like
dog,
a
or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. What is it? Oh yeah. It was a living costume, I guess.
Well,
A symbiote. A symbiote.
so this ends like this whole scene. Like that's the scene. It ends with him
yeah.
having a cop pull up and give him a ticket
Yeah,
for dancing in
kinda-
a no dancing
Yeah.
zone. Is that what that is?
Sure. I feel like that's an allegory for this is a sundown town and you're you're in big trouble
Well,
because
I love
it's
this.
particularly his dancing.
Yeah, that was shown right in the beginning of the movie. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
actually the artwork for whatever studio this is or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that big mountain, the rocks behind him there,
Yeah.
when that
yeah.
turns into the rabbit or whatever, rabbit
Right.
dog, whatever the hell he was, when that turns into that, and
I can
that
see
is
why
the
you could say
worst.
dog because the rabbit's name is Spike.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I was here with my friend Spike. Where'd he go? How'd you
Well,
figure out his name? You were just, I guess if you've been inside someone, you should at least know their name.
oh, not always, brother, not always. But yeah, the worst animation ever. But again, you get that, and that's what this goes off, and we jump back into another music video.
Which
Yeah,
one is this one? Is this that weird like stop go? Just leave me
I-
alone.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. I just said because at this point I'm like, God damn it! Like, why is it just a music video? So I actually was irritated. So I just put in my
Yeah.
notes after another music video. This gets real serious now. You go from that silly ass shit we just watched
To
What-
a really pretty back shot of like some sort of like village city scene.
and I'm gonna try my best not to trash this whole scene because I feel like this next part could have made for a decent movie, and if he would have made the movie based off of just this next part, I think it would have been better. But you get 3 kids crawling around on a roof, and I guess they found where Michael was at, and they're trying to see him come out. And when he does, he gets shot at by a shit ton of people, like
A
automatic.
military operation?
Yeah, like
Then they
It's
all
rival
have the
Spawn.
Halo 1 battle rifle for
it reminded me of Spawn. You remember how they just started shooting like indiscriminately and destroying
Mhm.
everything?
Mhm.
Well, that's what these fucking they do here. After this whole shooting here, we just get a flashback. We find out.
We assume it's it has to be a flashback. I was afraid it was going to be another music video.
Yeah, I thought it was too. Like that was the whole scene, and you're like, oh, all right, well that one was quick.
Yeah, I thought he was doing a version of The Sound of Music. It's like, wait, were those Nazis before?
Well, in this flashback, you got Michael and the 3 kids that were on the roof, and they're playing, I guess, Keep
Yay,
Away.
They're playing Let's Frolic in the Meadow with a dog.
Well, I loved how the dog, like when they kick the ball a little too far and the dog goes and gets it, they blatantly switch it out with a ball that's completely flat already. Did you catch that?
Yes, that way you can get the. Well, I mean, they had to do that for all the Air Bud versions. Every time you'd see that dog catch the ball in its mouth, it was always it deflate gate.
Well, the dog takes the ball and runs into the forest, and Michael and the little girl happen to go into a random cave.
That's okay. It's not his type.
But there's spider webs everywhere. They see a spider on the,
Yeah, they see
on the
a spider
rocks.
emblems. Like, I'll touch it. Oh my god, it opened. Let's go inside. You are not a good adult.
Well, I'm confused on why he's doing any of this. He's looking for a ball, which is clearly not going to be inside of a locked vault inside of
Yeah.
a dark cave. Just so happened. That was my thoughts there. But
Yeah.
they go in, and you kind of don't know what's going on at first, but then you hear a very distinct voice, and it's Joe Pesci. And
Wouldn't have been very discreet, obvious in 1988. Be like, I don't know who this is. He was still very much a nobody.
Well, being that I have, I didn't know about this movie, period, and this is me.
So
first
this had
time
to be
seeing
a
it.
shock.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm like, I even my first notes are, holy shit, is that Joe Pesci? Because all I heard was the voice before I even saw him. So you find out that he's like a drug dealer and whatever. And they
Drug
make some,
kingpin of the world? That makes no sense. So cartoonish.
Stop those kids from praying in school first. I want you to hang around by playgrounds. I want you to hang out at schoolyards. You gotta remember, a younger customer always turns into a loyal customer. Remember that.
What hairdo is that? The upward rat tail?
I've seen that in anime. That's about it.
Okay. And you know what? He's getting to me a Dr. Robotnik vibe.
Yes, I could see that. I could also still see and hear Harry from Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he was a way bigger time criminal before he got busted up from these events and He had to start over from the bottom, so he hooked up with Lloyd.
After this little scene here, they get seen. Well, not after.
Oh.
During the scene, they get seen up in the rafters and started getting chased.
Because the little girl sees a spider and scream. Women ruin everything, even at a young age. But there was such an emphasis on the bad guy's name, and somehow it's an inside joke because that's just like a couple letters off of the name of his manager.
Oh, okay. So maybe this was kind of just a little joke shot he took at his manager, and
it may have been more than a joke because he fired that manager because he was suspecting him of taking money, and he blamed his manager that the album Bad didn't do as good as Thriller.
All right.
So he took it out on his manager and fired him in '89, and this came out in '88.
All right. Well, interesting. Well,
Drama.
like you said, so we go ahead and we jump back to Michael getting shot at on the steps of the building he came out of. They go over there, and it's just his jacket laying there.
So he just ducked and disappeared, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like threw the smoke pellet, and this was gone. Yeah. So you see him running down the block now, and if I'm running and hiding, the last thing I need is little girl on the roof following me everywhere. And the second I get somewhere safe, she yells my name, alerting everybody that I'm there.
Yeah, she's like the one Jews that would yell out where other Jews were. Shut up! Over here! Michael's over here!
Shit, Michael, they're coming. Go north. Michael's going north.
I had the exact same note. Shut up, kid.
Well, they can't catch him, so they sick dogs on him, which seem like, if you got the dogs, just go ahead and do it right away. You have his jacket. The dogs can get the smell. Send them away. So, only thing I can hear here, though, like I said, I Home Alone, all I can hear is him going, Marv, get him. Get him, Marv. He's trapped up there, doing that shit. That's all I can hear.
It was funny that he's like, wait, I heard shots. What was that? Did y'all get him? Because he's like out of eyesight, but he could hear it because it all has to be happening within the same block because the kids can all watch this from the same rooftop.
Well, it's like they're just running around the same building over and over.
Let's go to this side. Oh my God.
Well, he runs down into a dead end. They follow him down there, and all of a sudden,
he had to look. He was fine. He was in that corner. They weren't checking the alley, but he had to peek his eye around.
Yes. Especially
wait until all the noise of 60 people around the corner goes away.
Especially if you see flashlights keep coming down that way. You look.
Yeah, the flashlight was right on him. It's like, I'll take a look.
This dumbass is like peeking out to see if the sniper's still looking.
Then I had a question. Is Michael a skinwalker? It would have been great if he turned into the wolf then and just start ripping everyone's throats out from Thriller.
That's what I thought was going to happen. The last thing on my fucking mind is him turning into a goddamn car.
Yes.
To answer your question, no, he's closer to a transformer than he is a skinwalker. I'm going to say that car is a skinwalker. Michael Jackson's not real.
Yes, it's a car that can turn into an interesting humanoid person that can sing.
And a spaceship. Don't forget that. But, dude, turns into a fucking car. What is this? What are you making me watch?
Well, you're looking at the Molesto-mobile.
This is like where they got the idea to do the fucking Cybertruck. They just made it taller.
Well, after trying to hang out with Epstein at least one time, it's like, I think I have an idea.
Well, the kids go to a random club that, Michael apparently had told them to meet
He told them to go there, but it's fucking empty.
And
desolate. Like no one's been there since the 30s because it is called Club 30s.
Yeah, covered in cobwebs, dust, all that shit. The kids probably shouldn't be in there. It reminded me of the kids on the Goonies walking onto the boat.
Yeah, but they could have stayed in there because he did say to wait there. So maybe it's a hideout and no one would suspect to go in a spooky building. So let's just hide here.
What happens if they stay in there in the dirty area and then Michael walks in like he's about to do and it transforms into the club for Smooth Criminal?
Yeah, because that'd be terrifying. Because then I came to the conclusion: are all these people ghosts? Is this like The Shining?
Yeah, I was confused about what's going on here, but let's just go ahead. We've got they go in the club. The club's all fucking dirty. They leave and they're questioning this. Michael, like the car pulls up and you see the transformation shadow. You at least see
Yeah.
the shadow of the transformation of the car back into Michael. Kids are all well, not the kids because I think only the girls saw, right?
Yeah, and she goes, and then goes and hide. But then at this point, they're trying to go to Michael. Do they not know he can turn into a car? Are they kind of free? I don't know what they know.
I don't know. I don't even know who these kids are. There's no backstory.
No, they're homeless. We know they're homeless.
Are we sure?
Well, because they're dirty and they look like they sell newspapers during the day.
Okay. Well, Michael walks up to the club, and the second he opens the door, it's like that scene out of Pulp Fiction when they open the briefcase. This bright light. He goes inside, and it is, a pretty nice club all of a sudden. Yeah. And then we get Smooth Criminal.
Which, for obvious reasons, everyone that's watching this, I am not going to play anything with audio because I don't need the ghost of Michael Jackson coming for me.
Well, I guess you said this was supposed to be kind of the whole idea of this part of the movie, right?
This is supposed to be the central point.
Okay. Well, the kids go over and start watching through the window, and the one kid from the bad music video earlier, he happens to be in this crowd. He tells them that he taught Michael everything he knows.
Yeah, and then started dancing, if not that at that point, a little bit later.
Nope, he dances a little bit there, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and I kept finding trivia. It's like, at the point when so-and-so started dancing, Michael behind the camera could not stop laughing. It's like, who the fuck cares? How is that considered trivia? It isn't like you can hear it in the movie. I don't know why I kept finding that tidbit of information. That was weird.
Michael couldn't stop laughing at anything.
Yeah, so I don't see how that's trivia.
It is what it is.
It's a really good music video. It's a very well choreographed music video, and I never even noticed all the things Michael was doing. I didn't notice it's like he is being a smooth criminal. You watch him steal this guy's money. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, it was smooth.
Yeah, go figure. And then and then I totally forgot that Michael has weapons. He just kills the guy.
Michael straight up shot a dude.
And then he turns and he doesn't make a hole. He basically, atomic bomb shadow the brick wall.
Yeah, it's a fun music video. I'll give it that. I mean, most of Michael Jackson's music videos were pretty fun back in the day. So
yeah, very well choreographed, classic. That whole moon leaning thing, which again is just a practical effect where they have a lock that grabs their shoes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it had like a slot in their heels. That's how they were able to do it in live. It kind of, if you ever seen how cargo containers hook up to each other. They have little twist points.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those would pop up on the floor. They would just have to make sure they were on their marks. They would hook up. And then that's how they could do the lean. They would just have to use all of their strength of their ankle to do the lean. So it still requires a lot of physical ability. But that's how they wouldn't top over. It wasn't strings.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Well, while he's in there, the military dudes find him. And they take the kid. They take the little girl. And Michael Jackson, he just starts opening fire with a Tommy gun that he just pulled out of nowhere.
But not after they do the weird ghost orgy meditation thing. This is weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I always remember that as a child. That kind of haunted me.
The other two kids tell him
he does open fire, but they don't return fire on him. He takes a Tommy gun and just shoots wildly. There's no return fire, and then they just get him out of there.
Blasting everywhere, and he chases them because the other two kids tell Michael that she was taken, and he decides he's going to go after.
We see the most Oscar-winning performance when Michael's angry, followed by an awesome transition wipe.
You gotta help her. What can he do?
You'll see what I can
do. Spider wipe. I love the spider wipe.
Imagine Imagine him being like Liam Neeson in that movie. He's like,
Mm-hmm. You've taken my children.
"You've taken my children. I know where you're at."
Oh.
But no, this got ridiculous. But why did Michael take the two other kids into danger with him?
How do you find the hideout? Is this supposed to be the part of the same hideout that they ran across before? Because it came from a different way.
Yeah, I would assume that's the idea. We already know. But once again, there's no backstory. This movie, it's not a movie. I don't know what this is. It's not a movie.
No, it technically is. It's over 87 minutes, and it's still the 80s. That classified as a movie back then.
Yeah, and technicalities, man. One Too Many was a movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
He gets trapped in this pit, construction site, whatever it was. Kind of like a Coliseum.
Me of Ninja Turtles 2 when they get caught in a very similar.
Yeah, when they had to fight Toka and Razor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets trapped in there, and the DeLeo, Joe Pesci's character, bringing the little girl in, they don't.
That made me
he was slapping the shit out of her, dude. It was a little much.
Actually, and it reminds me, there is in Home Alone, he kind of accidentally hurt Macaulay Culkin in one scene.
Really?
Yeah, there was like, oops, sorry. That was like, that got a little. I can't remember. It's like when he grabbed him and picked him up, he kind of actually choked him or something like that. It was during that part. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he has no problem. It made me uncomfortable. The way she screamed, I think she was actually getting hurt.
Let her go! Shut up!
It is the best acting in the movie. It could have like a grading curve from everything else I'm seeing, because technically he is the only actor. Everyone else is basically described as dancer in the cast.
Well, his acting in this is so far above Michael Jackson that's ridiculous. What was he doing? If it just because it was Michael Jackson, he had to do it.
I think it was the price was right.
He definitely does. He definitely is the best actor in this. I mean, the little girl wasn't bad. She really was acting like he was slapping the shit out of her. Makes me question, if it really was. But you got the other two kids sitting there, like up on a hill. They happen to find a hill to look down into this Coliseum fight,
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a little paper star, and he's wishing to it.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, there is this. It's not like fleshed out, but every time Michael Jackson does a magical ability, there is a shooting star that goes by.
Well, I mean, for example, right here, when Michael Jackson, I guess I don't have to say Jackson, but when Michael yells, "Leave her alone," you had a star fly over at that time, and then he transforms into.
Why did he wait? It's like, okay, if he hits her 5 more times, I'm gonna change.
You're gonna make me angry.
It was like, ow, you hurt me. Now it's personal.
It's like.
And now we've opened the Ark of Covenant, and we're all gonna die.
I don't understand. And then he turns into a giant GoBot.
Yes, and this haunted my dreams as a child. Boy, a lot of things from the 80s haunted my dreams. I mean, good God, that's a demon. That is a fucking demon.
Yeah, This was so weird. Because it came out of nowhere.
Yes, it's not warranted. It has no build up. I always mistaked all these parts of these movies as though I was watching different VHSs of Michael Jackson. I thought these lesbians just had a whole series of Michael Jackson videos, and this is just one of them. Yes, they were lesbians. They all look like Jessie from Full House. I thought they were sisters because I didn't know what a lesbian was. They all looked alike.
Dude, did you notice the weapon? All right, first of all, he's a drug dealer. Why does he have his own military?
Why they have laser weapons?
Well, they had to have lasers to destroy his shields. Seriously. seriously, what is going on here? He turns into this giant GoBot, and he's got purple shields that come out of him.
Yeah. You're all gonna die down here. Oh gosh.
Shit. Well, the rockets come flying out of him. They pull out these guns. It looks like the same guns, but they shoot lasers all of a sudden. It reminds me of the X-Men cartoons, because they only shot lasers instead of bullets. Yeah, look at that. That's the same. Oh, the shields.
Broke the shields. Captain, shields down to 10%.
Oh my god!
I wish the kids were inside the GoBot and we're controlling him. That would be
better.
Enter through my crotch.
Might be the first time a kid was inside Michael Jackson.
Hey-o.
But Joe Pesci tries to get away in get in an elevator to run away.
He's credited as Mr. Big.
See, that's what's funny because he spells his name out very specifically. It's Frankie DeLeo, D-E-L-E.
I want everyone to remember that. It's that simple. It's like,
you never hear Mr. Big in the movie. It's never once said. So yeah, it's kind of weird they credited him as that. Either way though, Michael Jackson transforms into a fucking spaceship all of a sudden.
After he whips out his cock cannon.
Why is the rocket? He turns into this fucking spaceship.
Yeah.
Why does Joe Pesci have a giant, Despicable Me sized laser inside of a mountain? Like he's a world villain, like Dr. Evil shit?
That's why I feel like there has to be a better story where Mr. Big was out to get Michael Jackson's star power, and that's what I'm calling these special abilities. His star power, wink, wink, two meanings. That already makes the movie a little better than drugs. Oh no, he's gonna give drugs to the kids. I mean, I kind of give special juice to the kids, but not drugs.
I just don't understand what is going on here. He
has a fucking cannon. Laser beam. Oh, no. Is he gonna melt the polar ice caps? So that way he could.
Is he gonna steal the moon?
Is it a giant real estate scheme?
Oh, well, he shoots Michael down and he starts aiming at the kids because all of a sudden the kids want to stand up as soon as Michael gets shot down. Because that's smart.
Yeah.
But he flies back up, basically just destroys him. There's a fucking laser on the front, the headlights.
Well, if you look, there's the face of Michael that appears like magic. Right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So more of that screen power, and now Mr. Big has been murdered, along with so many henchmen. So many people have died.
Yeah, Michael Jackson killed a lot of people in this last 20 minutes.
I think he committed war crimes.
Oh, somebody was about to with that fucking laser, man. But Michael flies off, and the kids all start crying. What is the relationship with Michael and these kids?
Well, he played with them once.
Yeah, that's all I got. And he got them where there's drug dealers chasing them, trying to kill them. Doesn't seem like somebody you would want to hang out with.
And also evidence that they're homeless, they have fingerless gloves. Fingerless gloves. That always equals homeless in movies of this time. Okay, that's like hobo look. But if Michael Jackson is friends with homeless children, why doesn't he help them not be homeless children? It's like, okay, thanks for bye. I gotta go to bed in my actual bed. Fuck off to the alley. I don't want to be associated with shit.
Why did they think that he was leaving? They just assumed he's gone. They all started crying. He's gone now. Like, why would they think he wouldn't come back?
Because why else would you turn into a spaceship if you weren't going into space and
destroy the space laser?
Is it a space laser if it's used on Earth?
Well, it was designed to destroy the spaceship, right?
Was it? I thought it was used to help get drugs to kids in school.
I don't know what's going on, man. That's the defense against the cops.
What happens to the spaceship? Because it looks like it gets hit by a meteor or satellite. It's going by. Bah! Oops. What
Yeah, he
happened?
did. He did.
Turned out Mr. Big first launched a missile from the other side of the world as an IBM, and it just landed. Or he got hit by one of Iran's.
Well, the girl makes a wish, and a paper star flies out of her hand. And
No,
he shows back up.
does she make a wish? I think she just like, no, he's gone. It won't matter. And she gets mad and takes the paper star.
Well,
And she's sulking. And then that turns out Michael Jackson was just fucking with their emotions, just seeing if they'll cry enough tears and he'll come back.
I just assumed she was wishing, but you just made it much darker.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a god, and God likes people to praise them. And
Okay.
sometimes he tests their faith.
Okay, so this part here, when he gets back, he takes them
Yeah.
back to the club,
Mhm.
and he starts walking them through what I can only describe as a dark-looking basement, where
Yeah.
he keeps telling them, like, don't worry about where they're going. They, no, it's fine. It's a surprise. No, don't worry. I'm like, this is kind of not cool, man. Where are you going with these kids? There was one scene or one part of this that I actually found kind of humorous.
Mhm.
But the kid keeps saying he wants to see random things. Like, I want to see this. I want to see that. And he goes, I want to see rats. And Michael goes, oh, there's no rats down here.
And you
at the
see a
same
rat.
time, a rat goes running by it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you see rats in the beginning. There is a scene in the beginning. You just see some rats. What is he telling us? Who are the rats? Is he kind of doing a Kanye thing? Are those the rats?
No.
I mean, there's a rat looking at Michael Jackson as a kid at a newspaper that says rats, rats, rats.
Yeah.
And then we see what's the rats, man? Good thing Michael Jackson didn't have Twitter.
Yeah, this was. Let's go. I mean, we're almost at the end of the movie. Let's just go ahead and
Mhm,
get it
mhm.
wrapped up here.
Hey,
So this.
Remember Skipper, the dog, or Skippy, whatever the fuck his name was?
No.
The
We had a
dog that got. Yeah, we talked
Oh
about it.
yeah. Oh yeah. The one
Yeah,
with the
well,
ball.
Yeah,
No, I
that's
don't. I
how
didn't remember
felt
him.
when the stagehand goes, "Hey kid, you missing something?"
All right, where have you been? We have 1 minute. Let's go.
This is the cameo. This little short Guido.
Kids. I think I found a friend of yours.
Skipper. Does that voice sound familiar to you?
Who was that?
He was very much a part of the way Wayne's World ended.
Hi, I'm Frankie Sharp, Sharp Records.
Oh, nice.
I heard that voice and I go, I know that Guido voice.
That's awesome.
And that is Michael Jackson's manager.
Oh, is that really?
Mm-hmm. And
Is his
Pee Wee
name
Herman's
Frankie
manager.
Sharp? That'd be fun.
Not Frankie Sharp. The whatever the fuck his name is. It sounds similar to the bad guy's name. They just changed like 2 letters around. His name is Frankie. So yeah, Frankie, not Sharp. It's like Frankie Guido.
They apparently were backstage at another
Mhm.
concert, right?
Yeah.
That's a very fucking busy day for Michael to be going out playing soccer or keep away or whatever in the morning, do a
Mhm.
whole drug lord shootout, and then have a concert. Busy
Yep.
day. But this is the first time I ever heard Michael Jackson's version of "Come Together."
Yeah. I knew what song it was and said, nope. Skipped until I realized there's credits afterwards and was happy. I 100% have no notes for it because I didn't watch it.
Was
Could
there? Well, maybe you can answer this,
Sure.
or just take a wild guess at it. Is
Alright.
this the most covered song in history? Like, everybody seems to have a version of "Come Together."
Oh yeah, because that's technically not even Aerosmith. That is the Beatles. Right.
Yeah, that's a Beatles song.
I forget that little part. It would have to be.
I mean, it's definitely up there. And I'm not talking about just small bands. I'm talking about large bands having this song on their albums. I think Korn may have done it too.
Ooh.
I'll have to double check on that one. I know they've done a few. But do you want to go first on this, or would you like me to?
I can, but here's an interesting trivia. You know, I just remembered this. The reason why the robot exists is because Michael Jackson just saw RoboCop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, I want a robot in my movie. It's like, Michael, we can't. We're already behind. I want a robot.
I really felt like he was going for a straight up Transformers thing, going into the car and a robot. So I just assumed he was ripping that.
And I think his robot inspired a different robot from the early mid-90s. Urkelbot. Getting a similar vibe.
See that? Did Urkel turn into a car?
He did have a little micro car, but no, he didn't turn into it. So no.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes didn't have a score listed for critics on there, but fans have it at a 69% right now.
What's worse, Michael Jackson fans or Swifties?
Swifties, because at least Michael Jackson's music is mostly decent.
Yeah, I don't even. The only time I've heard the other person sing was in that movie Cats.
I don't believe I watched that one. Either way, we watched this one. What'd you think of it?
Look, Moonwalker feels like a bunch of music videos and random shots duct taped together because it is. I kind of really wanted way more of the actual story of Mr. Big. Why are these kids even homeless? Why is the big time drug pin with an army wasting time chasing Michael Jackson? But what if the story had been that Mr. Big was after Michael Jackson's secret star power the whole time? That would have actually made more sense. Picture this. We have Michael Jackson burnt out of the fame, ditches it all, and tries to start over as a regular dude running a little music store because no one would recognize him. I'll just be Michael. That was Michael Jackson. But Mr. Big's been onto him from the jump because he needs that star power. It's going to fuel his giant laser to full potential to take over the world. So that way, by the time we get to the full chase scene, it kind of makes sense. He could have turned into a car, the Mecha Michael, all the wild stuff. I mean, I say made sense. It would have made more sense. And we still could have kept the smooth criminal segment. It would have all worked. In the end, MJ takes out Mr. Big, realizes the world still needs him, and goes back to performing. World saved. They could even shoehorn the kids in the scene since Michael probably would have demanded it anyway. We could have still had them because for some reason, Michael Jackson always wants kids around him. I don't know what the hell that's all about. All in all, this movie really just is for diehard MJ fans. The effects are still pretty damn impressive for 88. I'll give it a 45.
Right on. Well, I don't know if I would even call it a movie, man. And like you said, it was a bunch of things just duct taped together. But I'm not going to bash it for the singing or the music video parts. I enjoyed those for what they were. But they could have just put more story in this instead of doing that. Keep the smooth criminal. That was part of the story. It actually made sense. The shit in the beginning didn't need it. 20 minutes wasted. We could have had backstory. The clay-headed people chasing him, it had to be some of the worst graphics that I'd seen. Every single one of them reminded me of like a South Park episode. You could see the outline behind them. I wish there was more to the second story, though. Cut the clayhead people, cut the music videos, do an entire Mr. Big related movie. Who were the kids? Why was he with them? Why did they keep following him into random dark places? It was fucking weird. I didn't get it. I needed to know more. So next time, I'm not going to try watching this movie. I'll just listen to his music because that's clearly all they cared about putting effort into was the music. I would give it about a 30%, but because the awesome soundtrack and the little creativity that they gave to it, even though it was just really fucking far out there. So if you want to call it creativity, we'll do that. I'll bump it up. I'll give it a 42%.
Holy crap, this is as close as we've been in a while.
Yeah. When you said 45, it shocked me a bit. But yeah, I needed more story, but for what we were given, I'd give it a 42. And if it wasn't for the soundtrack, it would be wasn't for the good music, it'd be way less than that. So, Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for joining.
One more thing. Have you ever played the arcade game of this?
There's an arcade of this? What would you do on the arcade of this?
Oh. You played Michael Jackson, and it was a shooter. An isometric shooter.
Just the fuck is this?
Yeah, I played this in the arcade at least once. Yeah, if you save bubbles, watch what happens. If you save bubbles, you get to turn into the robot.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and you save kids. They had a Sega version that was a side scroller. Oh,
that's great. I might have to get that on the emulator to try it out. I mean, I might have to go buy that somewhere.
I have it in my living room.
Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. So thanks for joining. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.